Hello, welcome to my backyard one more time. Glad you're with me. To say that today we are living in times that are unusual, that are flat out weird. To some, it's scary. To some, we just don't have any idea what's going to happen and what's going to happen next. Some of us are experiencing things more than just inconvenience. Some of us have been laid off. Some of us have been sick. Some of us can't quite figure out where we're going to get the money to make ends meet. It's a kind of weird, sometimes scary time that we're living in. Paul said something really odd to me when I first read it. He said, suffering brings about perseverance, and perseverance brings about character, and character brings hope. My gosh, how did he draw that line from suffering to hope? How in the world is me being laid off going to eventually have me have hope? How in the world is me worried about my finances going to bring about hope? How does suffering wind up ending as hope? Well, let's kind of break that down a little bit. If you go through any form of suffering, you go through it. And by going through it, you develop this ability to persevere in hard times. I'm sure every one of us can relate to a time where we think, man, how am I going to make it through it? But you did. You made it through that period. So the other question is, how does perseverance develop character? Well, character basically is defined as someone who's able to go through a difficult time. Someone who's strong even in the midst of struggles. If you've been able to persevere through suffering, if you've been able to persevere that, then you've developed a character that says, I've been there, I've done that. And then how does character create hope? Well, that's interesting. Because if I have character that I have been through it, I have been through the suffering, I've endured it, and now I'm where I'm at standing, know that I've been through it. I am now hopeful that in the future, whenever something arises again, I will be able to deal with it. So, suffering brings about perseverance. Perseverance brings about character, and character brings hope. When you get to that point where you feel you have been able to accomplish it, you know next time you'll be able to again. Better than that, God was able to see you through what you went through, which means God will be there again. God will be there and grant you hope. Hope. Hope does not despair. Hope brings about a confidence that even though I don't know how it's going to work out, I know I've been through it. I know I'm going to get there again. Jesus gave us the ultimate hope. He actually experienced death and then life again. And it says that he did that so that you and I can have hope that this life is not the last one. So, we're going through a hard time. And I know it's a struggle. I know some of you are worried. But I promise you, we're going to get through this. I promise you that getting through it will enable us to handle the things that come in the future better, stronger. We will have developed perseverance. We will have developed character. And because we have that character, we're going to have hope for our future. I have hope for all my future, whether it's in this life or the next one. As you go through the next few days, as we begin to transition into what's next, as we begin to see things reopening, it might be that we get a little timid, a little afraid. But don't. Don't. Everything's going to work out. And when we're through this, we're going to be stronger than we were before. We're going to have a character that's stronger, and that stronger character will bring about hope for us. Have a great week, and maybe we'll talk again next week.